Hi guys, it's me Don. I want to talk a little bit today about switching from the radial shockwave device to the focused shockwave device. And this is something that a lot of you might be considering, and we've been using the radial for a number of years. I think it's going on 2 or 3 years. It's really worked well. We use it for most soft tissue things. We'll offer it, and we're doing a lot less cortisone because of it. We use it for like insertional Achilles tendonitis, the non-insertional Achilles. We use it for plantar fasciitis, for metatarsalgia. Those are the most common things. I've tried it for a couple of other like nerve things, didn't really work that well for me. And so, but the things that really work well are those. And then, so we had to make a decision if we wanted to go to the focused shockwave. And what was the decision? The decision was the big amount of money that it costs us. Okay. And that might be a concern for all of you guys. So I'll tell you what we're doing. We were getting used to the radial one, and we were just charging 100 a session. So basically, people are doing between 3 and 6 sessions. You may charge more. That might have been charged less. I think it was too less, frankly. And the reason I think that is because no one ever told me no. And I always think if someone's not telling me no, it's probably because I'm not offering it. It's not expensive enough, right? Because people should say no to the treatments. That's just my thought. And what I would say is then the we're moving now to the focus. Why? Because instead of doing like 4 to 6 sessions, we can do less sessions. I don't want to get into all the technical aspects of it. I want to talk about the practice management aspects of it. Okay. So basically the idea was we're going to go from maybe a 7 or 8 minute treatment for the radial, and now we're going to do a combo. So basically we had that decision. Are we going to do radial and focused, or are we just going to offer a combo? In our office, we decided, we're just going to offer the combo. We're not going to offer anything else. And so the way we're structuring it now, it'll be, instead of 100 a treatment, it'll be 200 treatment. Okay. And if you guys want to know my settings for certain things, I'd be happy to share those. But this is more the practice management focus. So we're doing 200. And what I'm doing is I'm transitioning over from the radial to the focused. I have a lot of patients that were on these like 4 appointments. What I tend to do with, for example, radial, the way I was doing is I said, Mrs. Jones, my schedule gets kind of booked up. I'm going to have you schedule the next 6 treatments, every week, and then, or the 4 treatments or 3 treatments, however you wanted to do. And so what I'm doing, as I have those other ones structured, I am just doing the combo right now to get the hang of the focus device. And the settings are a little bit different, so it doesn't take me much longer because we have one of these brand new ones that really quick. I think it goes at 8 hertz. And so that's been really good. And so I'm getting all this practice. And I guess what I'm saying is how did we make this transition? Basically, I think we made it because of our practice, because we see a lot of sports med patients. But what really made the change for me is Curamedics. They have a lot of really good webinars. So if you go to their website and you look at some of their webinars, I just kind of binge watched them. They all came around my lunch hour, and I binge watched all of them. And I'm like seeing other people that are doing them. And I do have a couple of other interviews where I interviewed a couple of people like Dr. Chin. You saw that one, and Paul Hosbrough. He's in England, and he does a lot of it. He's a physical therapist. And so as I learned more about it, that's what made me want to do it. Okay, so a lot of us, we get concerned about adding new technology or learning new things. And this is just in life in general. So I find that getting to know other people that are doing it, talking to other people that are doing it, makes you more comfortable. Because if you only talk to the reps, you're not going to get enough. So it's really important, in my opinion, to talk to other doctors that are doing it, and not just the technical. Okay, it's more of the practice management thing. Because if you have this $60,000 or $80,000 machine and you don't know how to get patients using it, you're going to have a really hard time, right? And you're going to blame the company, you're going to blame the technology, that the technical components of how to do it are one thing, but getting patients in the door to do it is something else. And then having the confidence of how to offer it to them. So the things that have helped me most were talking to these other doctors and how they structured it. And most of them structured them, like Dr. Chin, he structured it just, I think he does 300 a session in Chicago. So 300 a session. I'm only doing 200 where I'm outside of Boston. We probably could do 300, but I think we're getting used to it right now. And that was the same thing, is that you have to get used to it first, then you can do it. That was another tip if you use diagnostic ultrasound. I had to get used to it. So I was just doing it every single day on all the patients just to learn how to do it, to get my confidence level up. And then I could start charging for it, because our insurances don't really pay for diagnostic ultrasound, but we use it every single day, multiple times. And a quick tip in terms of treating with Shockwave is that I'll do an ultrasound, and then I show them the thickness. We'll do the course of the Shockwave. Let's say it's 3 sessions now of the combo. I'll see them 6 weeks later. And then I'll do another ultrasound. And I don't usually charge for the second ultrasound, but I want to show them the anatomy and show them if there's more inflammation in that area. So hope this was helpful on Shockwave. I'll put a couple of links underneath here where some of these lectures are from Curamedics. I think you might like them. And I'm going to put a couple of the videos that I did where I interviewed a couple of people about Shockwave. And I would certainly ask you to reach out to me if you have any questions about if you want to learn more. Send a message. There's this thing through Anchor here, where I'm doing this podcast, where you guys can send a message. So send me your question about not the technical aspects of how to do it, but the practice management and other things like that. I'd love to answer your question. And our next group session is coming up here. And you can go to Podiatry Practice Mastery to learn more and join us for this group session where we can have interaction and learn more together. Okay? Have a great day, guys.